Hi, friends. Today we are Mrs. Clark here. Today we are going to read a story about a little raccoon, Chester, and his mommy. But before we do that, you may have remembered from being in school or something you need to know. Before we start circle time, we have to know what to do with our bodies, right? So when we're in circle time, it's very important that your ears are listening, okay? And your eyes are watching. By doing these things, you're showing your friends and your teachers respect, right? And your bodies should look like that, nice and calm. And your voice is quiet so that you can listen to the story properly, right? It's important to know the rules at school and at circle time. And this book, The Kissing Hand, let me tell you, it's a very popular book. It's about Chester, and he's a young raccoon, and he's anxious about leaving his mother, his toys, his friends on the first day of school. Lovingly, his mother shares a secret that will help him cope with his new world. So, did you hear the word that I mentioned? It said anxious, okay? So Chester is anxious, and let me show you how it feels to be anxious. It doesn't feel good. It can look like this, scared. It could look like that, worried. But it's definitely not a good feeling to have, okay? So let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about the author, the person who wrote the words. Okay, her name is Audrey Penn. And two people drew the pictures, and they are called the illustrators. And that would be Ruth Harper and Nancy Leake. So let's begin. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and he cried. Oh no, we're only on the first sentence and he's crying. I don't want to go to school, he told his mother. I want to stay home with you. I want to play with friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. May I please stay home with you? So he's already feeling sad. Have you ever felt like this before? Can you relate to Chester? Oh boy, he's already feeling sad. And I actually see a tear. I don't know if you can see it, friends. I actually see a tear rolling out of his eye. But Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. And I'm going to explain what nuzzled means. It means a rub or a push against gently with the nose and the mouth. Nuzzled. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with new toys and read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem warm and cozy as your days at home. Oh, cozy. I know what that means. It means giving a feeling of comfort and warmth and relaxation. I love that his mom used the word cozy, right? What a special word. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. A secret? What kind of secret? A very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother. She learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. The kissing hand? Asked Chester. What's that? So a secret is something not known or seen or not meant to be known or seen. A secret. And her secret is called the kissing hand. I'll show you, Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan, just like this. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Right? The palm is another name for your hand. It's right here in the center. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with special warmth. So silky means soft, and tingled means slight prickling or stinging feeling sensation. It's a good feeling, really. It tingled. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now, she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and you need a little loving from your home, just press your hand to your cheek and think Mommy loves you and Mommy loves you. And that's a very special kiss will jump up to your face and it'll fill you with toasty warm thoughts. So if he does this, she said it will make him feel good, right? Because it's her kiss that's right there in the middle of the palm. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now, do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry, when you open up your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Ah, that is wonderful. So she said, don't worry, the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand, and now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. What does it mean to look thoughtful? It means absorbed in or involving thought. Thoughtful. And suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. Give me your hand, he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand, right? Or her palm, right? Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and an I love you, Chester turned and danced away. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper, and I'll explain the word scamper. It's a small animal or child that runs with a quick, light step from fear or excitement. So Chester was scampering across the tree limb and entered school. And as the hoot owl rang the new school year, the hoot owl is kind of like a call or a cry for. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her hand against her cheek and she smiled. Do you know why she was smiling? Because that's his kiss, right? The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. Oh, what a beautiful job that Ruth Harper and Nancy Leake drew in this very last page of The Kissing Hand. So friends, it's totally normal and okay to miss your family. I don't know who you live with. You could live with a mom, a dad, both, a grandma or a grandpa, and then you go to school and then you have to leave them, right? And it kind of does make you feel anxious, nervous, scared, worried, and sometimes, right, just sad. But let me tell you about school. There are exciting things to do at school. And I bet that there is one thing that you will be so happy or excited to come to school. And you'll feel like this eventually. But if you feel a little bit sad on the first day, maybe you could ask your family member for a what in the center or the middle of your palm. Right, their kiss. Right? And then you can just put it on your cheek when you need it at school. Right? So I love The Kissing Hand because it talks about a whole bunch of different feelings that you might have on the first day of school when you come back or when you're starting for the first time. So I hope that you enjoyed this book as much as I did. Okay, until next time. See you later, alligators.